product provided by Nintendo. Marvel vs. Capcom is a beloved fighting game franchise developed by Capcom, and it's beloved amongst many fans across many generations. And personally, I've had very little experience with the franchise, only playing a match or two at gatherings. But when Nintendo reached out to me and offered me an opportunity to play this game, I said, why not? So here we are with 7 arcade games packed into this compilation, and I gotta say, each and every game was a blast to play through, especially with the quality of life additions like online and local play, unlimited free plays, so no more using quarters to play, access to either Japanese or English versions of the games, different control settings, filter and aspect ratio support. This compilation has it all, especially when you throw in the museum feature where you can browse each game's concept art and listen to in-game music. Oh, and the fighter awards. A set of game-specific challenges, a completionist dream if you want 100% this whole compilation. But you know what makes this compilation really good? The games. And to start us off with is... The Punisher! This game right here is the very first title created in collaboration with Capcom and Marvel. Released in 1993 for the arcades, this game follows anti-hero Frank Castle, better known as the Punisher. Alongside him, Nick Fury, in a quest for revenge after Castle's family was unfortunately gunned down by Kingpin's criminals. Unlike the other 6 fighting games on this list, this game is a side-scroller beat-em-up, which was a total surprise to me. And let me tell you, it's such a blast to play, to the point where my friend and I beat it in one sitting. Seriously, the charm this game exudes is unmatched with its wacky character designs that remind me of late 80s / early 90s cartoons like this tank man or this robot looking man, and even these giant red and green guys, just to name a few. And look, I know they had names, but who cares? Beating them out of existence is just pure fun and hilarious, especially with the sound effects. Nick Fury is always screaming, and it just kills me. So you pick up items in this game, right? Like shurikens, javelins, knives. But if you throw a hand bomb, the playable characters just dive and cover for safety, and it cracks me up. And don't get me started on this person getting blown up in the car. Yo, it literally killed me. Oh, and there's also a rewind feature if you need it. Like when we needed to heal our characters with floor cheese. No kidding, we really did need to do that. And no, it's not cheating, it's part of the game, alright? The developers didn't want you to use it, they wouldn't have put it in the game. And even though this wasn't a traditional fighting game per se, my friend and I still found some time to duke it out. Lots of fun.
X-Men, Children of the Atom.
Released in December 1994, the first actual fighting game Capcom and Marvel released the titular X-Men in this Street Fighter 2-esque gameplay style. So basically, they kind of took Street Fighter 2 and made this game. And thanks to that, this game should feel right at home for many players. The Street Fighter 2 is really good. This game stars the likes of X-Men giants like Wolverine, Sentinel, Colossus, Cyclops, and Iceman to name a few. This title was so much fun and a visual treat to look at, especially with its beautiful sprite work and animations. For context, sprite work means the pixel art, so I'll be calling it sprite work for the rest of this video. I mean, look at Iceman over here. His entrance animation is so cool. The backgrounds for these stages being so gorgeous, especially for the time this game was released, it's just wow. If you play this game alone, this game throws you into an arcade mode where you fight other X-Men characters and potentially, maybe, find a hidden, familiar character if you meet the right requirements. My friends and I had a really hard time putting this one down. It's definitely one of the best in this collection, and to think it gets better from here is amazing, honestly.
Marvel Superheroes!
Released in the greatest year of all time, September 1996, this game took what X-Men Children of the Atom did and evolved it further by adding characters like Spider-Man, Captain America, and Iron Man into the mix as you collect the Infinity Gems, or, you know, as we know them nowadays, the Infinity Stones. You can pick them up during combat because they sort of appear randomly, from what I've noticed, and use them to your advantage with differing powers such as the Power Gem dealing extra damage, time increasing speed, space reducing damage. And what's cool is that with each character, picking up a specific gem can cause different triggers, like some characters clone themselves, others create a force field. It's very character specific. Can I just say this game is very beautiful, especially the Dockyard stage. That stage just feels right to me. It feels right at home.
X-Men vs. Street Fighter.
Also released in September 1996, X-Men vs. Street Fighter is the first crossover game on this list. Character-wise, you have your usual suspects from each franchise: Wolverine, Ryu, Jean Grey, Akuma, Cyclops, Chun-Li, just to name a few. No Iron Man or Captain America here, folks. These are all just X-Men. Did you know that this is the first title to introduce the iconic 2-on-2 battles the Marvel vs. Capcom series is known for? This game, as I was playing, just gave me heavy comic book vibes. And just look at this aesthetic, man. Very comic booky. Also, Wolverine is such a beast in this game. But now that this is Capcom's third fighting game, you start to notice a difference between the characters' movesets, like Juggernaut. Juggernaut kind of feels different here than he did in games prior. The maps are nice and dynamic, because 1 second you're fighting in a normal stage, and then boom, everything's in flames. I particularly like this TV stage. It was really nice. Up next, we have
Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter.
Released in March 1997, this game features more than just X-Men, but as the title suggests, it throws in some Marvel superheroes into the fold. Before anything, I just gotta say this intro is for the culture. It starts off by saying legendary heroes unite again. This whole intro is just really good, to the point where I'm gonna say it's possibly the best in this whole compilation. Even the character select screen has so much sauce to it. I even noticed the art style being slightly cartoonish, but I like it. The supers have a nice dynamic look and feel to them, and feel really good to pull off in my opinion. Also, you can have character assists called crossover assists that help you out in this game. But wait. I just realized Mega Man's in this game. He ain't playable, at least in this entry, but he's there. I did notice this game felt a little bit more fast-paced compared to the previous titles in this compilation. And mind you, I don't play in turbo mode, I play in normal mode. But all in all, it's a solid game. Highly recommended. Each game just improves from the last in my humble opinion.
Marvel vs. Capcom, Clash of Superheroes.
Released in January 1998, this is what I consider the first in the Marvel vs. Capcom branding. We got the all-stars from both Capcom and Marvel universes duke it out in this star-studded slam fest. 2-on-2 battles are here, but with a new duo team attack feature that lets your partner character assist in attacking. It's cool, because they be popping up out of nowhere, hidden and then leaving. Oh, and fan favorites like Mega Man and Venom joined the roster, which I was excited for, personally. Well, I'll be honest, this is just another fighting game. It's an improvement in the right direction, especially with things like hyper combos being introduced. I have to admit, I kind of spent a lot of time in the arcade mode just duking it out with the computers. This was just a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed this entry, but I was looking forward to playing one more game.
Capcom presents
Marvel vs. Capcom 2, New Age of Heroes.
The legendary second entry in the Marvel vs. Capcom series released February of 2000, and this game will surely take you for a ride. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 New Age of Heroes upgraded its 2-on-2 fighting formula in exchange for a 3-on-3 formula, which means more fun and chaos, especially with a massive roster of 56 characters, a healthy amount of both Marvel and Capcom characters. And can I just say, I love when the announcer says Capcom presents. And that intro just shows off the technological advancements this game has had, since, it boasts 3D visuals. And these same 3D visuals are also shown off in the fighting stages. And I'm gonna say, I love the Joe Clown characters this game has to offer, like Servbot and Amingo. I mean, just look at this. What? Like I said before, this game is definitely showing its technical advancements in comparison to the previous games, because look at this new Millennium Age UI. Tell me this doesn't ooze early 2000s for you. But you know what I can appreciate the most? Capcom left the 90s sauce marinate with some of the older characters' sprite work. They just look timeless to me, to be honest with you. Oh, and the hyper combo system lets up to 3 characters use their hyper combos at the same time for some crazy damage. This game right here alone is worth getting this compilation, especially with the quality of life improvements like online and custom controls. Such an amazing game. I can see why everyone loves it, seriously. All in all, as a person who never really dabbled into the Marvel vs. Capcom series on my own accord, I have to say, all of these games are a blast. They're all great. None of them are sleepers. I'm gonna be honest, I thought Punisher was going to be a generic beat 'em up, but no. It was definitely a lot of fun. And it's cool knowing that every game before Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is better than what I assumed it was gonna be. But come on, I had no reason to doubt these games. It's Capcom that developed them. They knew what they were doing from the start. And I'm not saying this because Nintendo gave me this game, but I highly recommend it if you love fighting games, especially if you host and or attend get-togethers. This game's a major blast. Shout outs to Nintendo for providing me this game. Highly appreciate you guys. Shout outs to the members who support the channel. Put that pizza on my pepperoni. You guys are awesome. Shout outs to the people who bought the Mr. Awesome merch. Much appreciated. If you want to be part of these lovely individuals shown on screen, you can support the channel for as low as $2 a month, and or buy yourself a merch and submit a picture so I can have you at the end of each and every well-produced video. Shout outs to you, the beautiful viewer who watched this video to the very end. Please comment your favorite Marvel vs. Capcom down below so I know you made it to the very end and I can appreciate you till the end of time. I never said my name was Mr. Awesome at the beginning of the video, but that's me. Hi, how are you? Thanks for watching, and as always, stay golden.